Good morning, Facebook and YouTube fans. Welcome to another episode of Wrestling Reviews. I am your host, Fireproof Tim Shepard. And today we are going to review last night's SummerSlam. Remind you that what I am saying is my opinion, and please do not take any offense to it. They're my opinions, so everybody is entitled to their opinion, and WWE fans forget about that sometime. They get so wrapped up in the WWE story, they forget wrestling is fake, because they have their own characters. We open SummerSlam with Jon Stewart opening it, talking smack about how he's behind the Undertaker, and he wants Brock Lesnar to lose, blah blah blah. If I said this once, I said this a million times. There is no place in the wrestling business for actors, singers, or comedians to host a show, make special guest appearance, except for if they have been provoked by a wrestler like Stephen Amell. And I will get to that one later. But we on the lines of opening Raw with Jon Stewart, we had the return of Mick Foley for one night. It makes sense, because it is his home area, and he is a legend, so respect him. First match of the night, Randy Orton versus Sheamus. I actually forgot about that match. Forgot it was even on the match card until the opening of SummerSlam. But it was a traditional, boring wrestling match. Randy Orton hit his first RKO out of nowhere. That should have been over, but apparently it wasn't. Saw other wrestling happen through the whole match. I wasn't really paying attention because it was boring. But at the end, Sheamus wins. Sadly. Because it really didn't mean anything. Now, I could understand if it would mean something as his briefcase was on the line. That would have made it more interesting and more meaningful. Because, quite frankly, I don't think if he does cash it in, he will lose it. On to the mess and the clusterfuck of the WWE Tag Team titles. Unfortunately, it is a New Day out today. That's right, the New Day wins the Tag Team titles. Not by cheating. When it comes to the line, they actually do win on their own when it comes to a title, or it comes to a major match. They don't take no shortcuts or cheap shots to win like they normally do. Apparently Titus O'Neil was the legal man, or somebody was the legal man. But Titus O'Neil superplexed Darren Young and the rest of the members of New Day or Los Matadores. I think they were all up there, and I think Big E was the only one that wasn't. He tagged in and won. Dolph Ziggler, for as much hype, or not, as much hype as the rest, some of the other ones. But as a long feud like his, I seen more out of it. But all I seen was boredom. Quite frankly, they ended up in a double countout. After a month long feud, I've seen more coming out of this. I've seen Dolph Ziggler winning, legitly, or Lana turning on Dolph, but the match ended up in a double countout. And that was the first wave of screwiness I seen out of the WWE for that night. Dolph made it in before the 10 count, and the referee said he did not. So that was screwjob number 1. Then we go to what I call the superheroes versus the supervillains. Steven, the Green Arrow Amell, and Adrian, the Red Arrow Neville, versus the Prince of Dark Matter, Stardust, and the Cosmic King, Barrett. And when I said earlier that there's no place in wrestling for celebrities and all that, this does take an exception because he was provoked by the wrestler himself, and the guy is actually pretty good. You actually had some high-flying and a little bit of everything from Stephen Amell. At the end, it was the Red Arrow, Neville, beating the Cosmic King, Barrett. Then we get to the Intercontinental title match. I knew going in, I didn't have no expectations for this match at all. Quite frankly, all three participants suck in their own individual way. But Ryback won. I knew he was going to. I seen that coming. Because, quite frankly, you had Big Show that has not been relevant since WCW as the Giant, and The Miz in there, which is a reality show reject, and the only thing that he can do good is movies and talking on a mic. All he is a mouthpiece. Then we get to the Shield. Sorry, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus the Wyatt family. Let's be honest, I was hyped up for this match a little bit, but I caught myself towards the middle of the match actually falling asleep because of the rest of the pay-per-view at that point, with the exception of Stephen Amell and Adrian Neville being the good match so far. I was starting to be disappointed and fall asleep. So, at the end, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns wins when they really don't need to. Bray Wyatt has done everything he possibly can to help people in their matches, whether it's be the villain, try to boost up somebody's momentum. Hell, as you can see, he boosted up frickin' Ryback's momentum to the point where he is the Intercontinental Champion, and Bray Wyatt is nothing yet again. Bray Wyatt is the most underrated wrestler of them all. He is the best heel ever today, because Love him or hate him, he's still a heel, but he is the most loved heel. And he still loses. He still has no heavyweight title, not even a mid-card title. Put a title on this guy. He deserves it. He earned it. At least have him hold something instead of... And this brings... Have me hold another title. Period. Which brings me to the next match. The title for title... Winner takes all match. I had my expectations up a little bit because, to me, I wanted to see John Cena tie the record of Ric Flair and become the 16-time champion. I also think that records are meant to be broken, and it will happen. Probably by Cena. But the match was good. The match was great. You had Seth Rollins kicking out of the AA. You had John Cena kicking out of the pedigree. You had Seth Rollins, AA, and John Cena. You had the Phoenix Splash. It was a back and forth fight like we knew it was going to be. But at the end, Jon Stewart comes out, and you knew he was going to attack John Cena just the way he was looking at him, because he wasn't even hardly staring at Seth Rollins. Hits him in the gut, throws the chair down. Seth Rollins pedigrees him on the chair, slides the chair out, rolls him up for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Like, what are they going to do with a champion that cocky, that young, with 2 championships? Are they going to combine it, the championship, and make it the United Heavyweight World Heavyweight Championship? But for a great match to end in shit like that, that is some Vince booking or some Russo booking. That is just downright bullshit. I was actually getting into that match to have no respect at all for Seth Rollins. At the end, when he was starting to earn my respect for winning not cleanly, but at least legitly, honestly, I would have had no problem with Seth Rollins taking the chair himself, hitting John Cena with the referee turned, and picking up their win. Do anything you have to win the title, or retain the title, or technically do both. If he would have got his hands dirty, I would have had no problem with it. I would have respected it. Because it was him doing it. And it's win at your own risk, own cost. Then we go to the anticipated Divas match. At this point, I'm frustrated. I'm ticked off. I am just glad to see the Divas tag team match. It should have been earlier in the show, but I'll take it. It focused off the stupidity that happened right before that. It was Team Bad versus Team Paige versus Team Bella. You had your wrestling. You had the boring Bella pin the even lamer member of Team Bad, the weak link, as you will, of Team Bad. and Tamina Snuka. Yes, I said she was the weak link of the thing, because she normally is. Then you turn around and have Team Bella having two weak links on that team in Alicia Fox that has not been relevant until this Diva Revolution. And Daniel Bryan's wife, and that is all she is good for, because she is not even good in the ring anymore. It's like she gave up trying. She was the weak link of Team Bella. Yes, I said Brie, the bimbo she is, was the weak link of Team Bella. She got pinned by Team Page member Becky Lynch to take the win. I was happy. I did not care. I wanted Sasha to get the submission win or a pinfall or any member of Team Page. I did not care, just because I just wanted to see the Bellas humiliated and lose. And hopefully, at the next pay-per-view, they throw all 9 of them back in that ring and make a Divas Battle Royal. Winner takes the title. I don't care. They need to get every woman on that roster involved in this Diva Revolution. Not just sitting behind stage doing nothing. If you're an active Diva wrestler and you are on the roster and you wrestle, you're in this Battle Royal. This needs to happen to make the Divas Revolution actually meaningful. Because we hear it all thrown out, but to me, they're kind of making a joke out of it. They're not taking this seriously. Not at all. Now we go to the Cesaro-Kevin Owens match. I picked Cesaro to win, even though I know better. Just because of the way he's been performing lately, I figured at least he would pull the upset victory. And he was going good. It was a back and forth brawl. Apparently, he went up to top to hit Kevin Owens and miscued. Kevin Owens capitalized. Hit him with a Samoan, it looked like a Samoan drop driver. And picks him up, throws him, pump-up powerbomb. After being an amazing match, I accepted it. I loved it. I don't want to say I loved it. I liked it. I got into it. But the match was too short. In my opinion, it could have gone along a little bit more. It won't make no highlights, but I liked it. Then we go to at this time it is 10 o'clock at night. They are just coming out with Brock Lesnar. Which you know, though you have an hour left in the show, this is going to be a long-ass match. And we know that The Undertaker can't go a very long time in a match. Brock Lesnar comes out, as cocky as he is, with his mouthpiece, Paul Heyman. And in walks the dead man. He gets in the ring, and as soon as he turns around in the corner, he is getting pummeled on left and right by Brock Lesnar, which is hilarious. Brock destroyed that man. He sent him to Suplex City. And he had an F5 train hit him multiple times. One was even through the announce table, and I think it was the French announce table this time, because they had normal commentary. They had French commentary. They have even the Spanish commentary. Hey, and they caught a break. Their table did not get destroyed. we had Kimura locks, we had tombstones. Yes, I said tombstones because that brings me up to freaking just like Suplex City, Undertaker has his own Tombstone City, and Brock Lesnar got introduced to Tombstone City. But the Kimura lock was used, the Hell's Gate was used. At this point, Undertaker can hardly breathe, can hardly move, can hardly walk even. Well, Brock Lesnar still is going strong. Yeah, you can see redness starting to form in his face, like he was, he was worked up. But at this point, after all these Suplex Cities, he was sitting up like the Undertaker, laughing his ass off. Undertaker sits up, spins his head like the Exorcist, looks at Brock Lesnar and starts mocking him, laughing in a psychotic way, which was awesome. Grabs his throat, choke slams him, 1, 2, and he kicks out. This goes on some more. The Kimura gets locked in. At this time, Undertaker has nothing left in him. The referee is placed wrong, but the timekeeper... And this is where it starts getting controversial, because, in my opinion, Brock Lesnar won via submission, because you see Undertaker's arm tapping the side of Brock Lesnar. So the timekeeper rings the bell, and this starts the controversial third screw job. Because he said, I didn't ring the bell. I didn't count the 1, 2, 3. I counted to 1. He left it up. But the timekeeper said he tapped. They waved that match off. Never even started the second match. Undertaker sits up, low blows Brock Lesnar yet again for the third time. Not in that match, but third time total. Locks him in the Hell's Gate and makes the man pass out. Mind you, this match was never restarted. So technically, Brock Lesnar won, but he also lost. I am actually interested to see what controversial things this is going to happen tonight. Because my opinion, I don't like Brock Lesnar, but he got royally fucked. I smell Vince booking through this whole pay-per-view because he wants to save his superhero John Cena and his phenom, the dead man Undertaker. But right before Brock Lesnar passed out, remind you, he never tapped, he passed out. So his record for longest matches without submitting or being pinned still stays intact for the year. He never tapped, he passed out. But his last gesture to The Undertaker was a hearty fuck you because he flipped him off. Right before he passed out was hilarious. And this brings me to another topic. Fans need to realize that wrestling is fake. It is storylined. It's not real. And basically, people outside the wrestling world, us fans, have our own opinions on stuff. So don't get aggravated or annoyed when we actually speak the truth, because we are wrestling fans living in the real world, even though wrestling is fake, we are not these generic WWE fans that follow WWE to the T, follow what they say, like who they tell us to like, pretty much, in the WWE world. I am a realist. I see the realness of it. I do not follow the words of the WWE in their WWE little land. I look outside the box. If I think Taker is going to lose to Brock Lesnar, is it true? Hell yeah! You can see that. He got winded right after he got beat up in the beginning of the match with his jacket still on. He was winded then. He was winded when he low-blowed him, but that was a desperation move. Well, fans are way too much serious when it comes to WWE. But yet, it's okay for other wrestling companies to do it. And they're okay with it. Wrestling fans need another hobby or an actual real life. Because at the end of the day, it's fake. It's storylined. And they need to stop getting butthurt when they hear the truth about a wrestler. They're saying that Seth Rollins is the best heel today. No, he is not. He sucks as a heel. The only reason why he's a good heel is because he's playing backseat to a group that he is in. That is the only way you can take him serious as a heel. Me and my buddy were on a PlayStation watching the pay-per-view, talking about this. Seth Rollins is only good in a group as a heel, and he's playing second fiddle to the mastermind behind it. You cannot take Seth Rollins' babyface act seriously as a heel, because that's what he is at the end of the day, is a babyface wrestler. It'd be like saying John Cena right now. Yes, we all want to see him turn heel, but after 10 years of face, are you really going to take him seriously as a heel? Probably not. And people saying Dean Ambrose is a good face apparently has never seen Jon Moxley in action. That's all Dean Ambrose is in the WWE, is a reinvented Jon Moxley that is a face right now. He is better heel. And he was the true leader of the Shield. I hated the Shield, but I liked his psychoticness as that leader. That's what brought the Shield together. That was what the Shield was. He was the mastermind through the whole thing. To me, I give this frickin' pay-per-view a 3.5 because there was only 3 good matches. Not counting the 2 good starting to be the 2 good matches that they screwed the fans over. That's not what the WWE has become lately. We're gonna do what we want. We don't give a shit about the company anymore. We're bored. We're sick. We're tired. The fans don't know. We'll let the fans frickin'... We'll brainwash them. They'll never know. What we say is good. They'll bite hook, line, and sinker. WWE is not wrestling anymore. And this brings me to my final thought, and Sheamus says everything. Are you says every week, "Are you not entertained?" No, Sheamus. After tonight, or after last night, we are not entertained. And it's because that the WWE does not care anymore. They are bored with their own company. And they're stuck in the past. But like I said, this is my own opinion. You guys are entitled to your own opinion. Write in the comment section below your opinions. And how do you do in the aftermath of your predictions? I did not do well at all, like I thought, because of the screw job. But I am Fireproof Tim Shepard, and I will catch you tomorrow doing the Raw review, because I am kind of wondering what it's going to be tonight. So, peace.